Folks, here it is, the Qronge Meteors. Now shipping was through FedEx. Looks like no real problems with the box. They even have a couple straps on there. We like that. Ship weight on this, by the way, 74 pounds. Let's go ahead, see how well it was packaged up. Got that box open. Wow, they're using some staples on it, keeping that thing secure. Look at that, though. Everything looks like it's wrapped up pretty nice, actually. Cut down the face of the box, and look at that. Indeed, it looks like packaged very well. The bike, rather, was packaged very well. Lots of foam, lots of stuff to cut. Let me get at that, and then I will lay everything out, and together we will assemble the bike. Just thought I'd show you an overview here of the unboxing process. Had so much material protecting the bike, so many of these little zip ties to cut and everything. I think it's the most ever on an e-bike. So if they could win something for that, they should, because Qronge is taking good care packaging these puppies up. So we have the main bike body and components itself over there with the wheels, the bike body. Over here we have one of the fenders. We have the seat post, a rear rack. Then we have the pedals. We have a whole bunch of tools. Some bag tools, bag parts rather. We have a nice little handy tool of Allen wrenches, handheld style. Down here we have that is a cell phone holder. Next to it we have some mirrors. Below that we have a bike lock. Next to that we're gonna have our charger. We'll go over more of that later. Here we have all of our instructions and manuals, a basket, a water bottle holder, and an air pump. Look at that. So not only are they protecting everything, they're giving you some free goodies as well to help you on your e-bike adventures. All right, let's go ahead and start assembly.
It does look like this user manual is going to give you tons of tidbits and details on assembling that e-bike. We're gonna go ahead and start with the handlebar assembly. Let's go ahead and get that handlebar all set. So first things first, find this little piece in your pieces parts, and we're gonna go ahead and put that right up on top there. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our actual handlebar and our stem assembly here with this tap, and we're gonna go ahead and drop it right in that hole. Once you go ahead and drop in your handlebars, go ahead and use that included Allen wrench set to tighten up this bolt right here and secure your handlebar into the stem. Next, you're gonna go ahead and position your handlebars to your liking. So go ahead and center them up, get them to that right position, and then also using this included hex wrench, you're gonna go ahead and tighten this bolt down in front here to get your handlebars all centered and secured. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and remove that protector down there on that front fork, and we're gonna go ahead and mount our wheel. So we're gonna go ahead and slide that front fork down over our front wheel, making sure to line up that caliper and that rotor, and then going and putting that fork over the axle and tightening up, making sure those that spacer and the washer are in the correct position. Just like that, once you go ahead and slip that caliper over the rotor, you're gonna make sure you get that locking washer into the correct position and tighten that nut up on both sides. The next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is install our front fender. So from front to back, we're gonna go ahead and slide that front fender in from the front here. You're gonna go ahead and hold on to those two side forks of the fender so it can slide right on through here. That way, if you're holding on to them, it can fit through this tight space here as you're gonna pull that fender on through like that. We're gonna go ahead and remove this bolt here that was pre-installed, line up our fender, and then grab our headlight, put that on and reinstall that bolt. Front headlight installed. So that one bolt will go ahead and hold on your fender and your headlight with that locking washer in there. Once you have that headlight installed up on top, you can move on down to the side fender bracket here, and there's also some pre-installed bolts to go ahead and take out and then reinstall on that bracket, both sides. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and install our pedals. Each of our pedals is labeled left and right with the direction of which we need to install them as well, left and right. And it looks like we have some labels on the actual bike itself. Left side, left pedal. Once we get those pedals tightened with included wrenches, go ahead and move on back to our rear rack. So our rear rack is gonna have a couple of points of connection right here under that seat, where that seat post is gonna go in. You're gonna go ahead and secure it there. There are some bolts already pre-installed. And then down here by the rear rotor, you also have some pre-installed Just go ahead and loosen them and reinstall. Take a look at the Qronge Meteors all assembled. This is a nice looking sleek e-bike. So you see that battery is tucked away. It's kind of incognito. It doesn't necessarily look like your standard e-bike. I'm gonna call this a stealth e-bike. So it's like an e-bike in disguise. So anyways, the Qronge Meteors, this e-bike is perfect for riders 5'3" to 6'3". It does have a payload capacity of 400 pounds. You're going to be riding on some Chow Yangs. It looks like they're 26 by 1.95. You do have some front fork suspension here, and you're able to go ahead and lock it on out. You also have a nice little front headlight with a reflector down below. You have some metal fenders on there, some spokes, but you do have those mechanical brakes as well, a reflector on that front wheel. Moving on to the back side here, we do have this rear hub motor. It is going to peak at 1,000 watts. We also have your Shimano Tourney TZ derailleur. We do have an actual rear tail light. That's super nice. And some chunky plastic pedals on there. Moving on up front to the cockpit here, we have some nice handlebars here, brown rubberized grips on there, small palm rest, but it will work. Your screen here is nice and small, but it shows you everything you need to see. So you have your miles per hour, your percentage of battery, along with your battery bar indicator. Of course, you have your power levels. So you have your pedal assist on up to 5, your plus, minus, and power button. Go ahead and turn on that headlight. You're gonna hold down the plus sign, and that will turn on your headlight or turn it off. So this is going to show you your trip and how fast you're going. On the right hand side of the handlebar, we do have a bell. Nice little bell. We have our Shimano 7-gear shifter on here and our thumb throttle. So the Qronge Meteors does have a cadence sensor. It also can reach up to 25 miles per hour with that responsive power down there. So we do have this removable battery as well, and it has a nice little indicator light on it. It's shining blue right now, but it looks like blue, you're fully charged. Green, you're like half. Red, you need to charge your battery. Again, with that port right there. We have a battery there that is integrated right into that frame. So it's a 36 volt, and they do claim that we can get up to 70 miles of range in that pedal assist mode. Let's go ahead and get this ride started. So the Qronge Meteors is a nice little commuter e-bike. It's kind of sleek, kind of stealthy. It has like that appearance of just your traditional pedal bike with a battery tucked in there nicely. So right now we're doing just human powered pedaling, and we're rocking about 10 miles an hour. So let's kick this up, both gears and pedal assist. So pedal assist 1, let's see what we can do. Automatically, I feel that power. It's gotten easier to pedal. Even with ratcheting those gears up, we're rocking about 12.5 miles per hour. Let's go on up to pedal assist 2. Pedal assist 2, and we are at 15 and a half. That's awesome. 16. Awesome. Pedal assist 3. We are rocking 17, no problem. Yeah, about 17 miles an hour on pedal assist 3. All right. So we got 17 and a half on pedal assist 3. Kick it on up to pedal assist 4. We're easily rocking almost 20 miles an hour. That's awesome. 20 and a half. Pedal assist 5. Whew, I feel that power just, wow, that's amazing. So pedaling, pedal assist 5. We're at 22 and a half. 20, almost 23. 22 and a half though. Those mechanical disc brakes, doing well. It's now time to go ahead and try that throttle. So no pedaling at all, throttle only. We're still on pedal assist 5. We have our Shimano gears up to gear 7. We're just gonna see what we can do. We're rocking 16 and a half, 17, 17 and a half, 18. Feel like I'm auctioning something off here, guys. 18 and a half miles an hour, 19, 19 and a half, Full throttle, about 19 and a half. Oh, 20, we got to 20. 20, 21, 22. All right, I ran out of room there a little bit, so we're gonna try that throttle again. But getting up to 20 miles an hour isn't too shabby, 21 even. So we're gonna actually make our way through the parking lot here, starting at one end, going to the other. So let's just head on over here. Throttle seems pretty responsive and pretty nice. I've gone over some bumps, even some drain hole covers and some potholes. Suspension on here, you do have the ability to go ahead and lock it out, so that's awesome, but you do have a little travel on there as well. So let's try this. Full throttle, no pedaling. Again, we have pedal assist 5 geared up. Again, no pedaling though. And that Shimano gear all the way up to 7. So let's see what we can do. Cutting on through the parking lot. We're rocking 18 miles an hour, 19, 21, 21.8, 22, 22 and a half. Oh, that was nice going over that bump, not too shabby. So we're right around 22 and a half miles an hour, top speed for us. Of course, that's carrying a load. When we tried it with no load, it did rock out right around that 25 miles an hour like advertised. So once you throw some weight on here, of course, that speed's gonna go down a little bit. No big deal. This is a class 2 e-bike as well, so it does have to top out right around that 20 mile an hour. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Super impressed. This bike rides very smooth. So it is very nice. It's quiet too. It's quieter than I thought it was going to be. Those metal fenders haven't really made any racket. Usually they're a little bit noisier than that. Very, very nice ride on here. Oh, there's a little rattle from them. Not bad though. The cadence sensor on here seems to be pretty responsive. Exactly what I would kind of expect. Very nice ride. This does have a cruise control as well. So if you go ahead and press that throttle down and you hold it down for a little bit, it's gonna go ahead and set that cruise control for you. So you don't have to keep your thumb throttle down. If you hold down that throttle for a while, it's gonna go ahead and set your cruise control for you. And once you have that cruise control set, a little light comes on. So take your thumb off that thumb throttle and you're gonna keep on cruising. We're cruising full throttle at about 18 miles an hour now. That's awesome. So we have cruise control on here as well. There's also a walk feature. So if you wanted to go ahead and walk this across the road, something like that, you certainly can do that as well. This isn't really meant to, go climb mountains and dirt bike trails and things like that. So this is meant to get you to and from, commute, errands, things like that. Super, super nice bike though. If you want more details on it, go ahead and check that link down below in the description for all the details, specifications, and of course, price. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We super duper appreciate it. And until we see you again, keep your nose clean. Bye.